So yesterday we looked at the aspect relating to the Rupa, Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara, Vijnana. So first we need to know these 5 aggregates. Okay, that's a primary thing. So why it is important? It is important to get disillusioned. So the Vipassana of Buddha is 5 aggregates. Nothing else other than that. Okay. Now we have come from whichever traditions, it doesn't matter. And whatever we have done also doesn't matter. But what now matters is, can we get deeper and deeper and deeper into 5 aggregates? So there is a sutta by name Kanda Sutta. In that sutta, Buddha explains, or in fact Sariputta explains, that from Sotapanna to Arhat, 5 aggregates only. Nothing else. Why? Because it is the definition of the dukkha. So if I am coming out of dukkha as Arhat, where I should be, should be in the 5 aggregates, nowhere else. And in the Kanda Sutta, there are many of these Kanda Suttas, and then another Kanda Sutta, he explains the Upadana Kanda versus Kanda. Grasping aggregates versus Khandas. Okay. If I were to say I am doing Vipassana, we should be only 5 aggregates. So if I say I'm watching sensations, then it doesn't agree with what Buddha is saying. Even though I started with that, that's fine. I can start with that. If I say I'm doing the mind illuminated, it's fine. Absolutely fair. But that's not what Buddha is. So somebody asked me, what are you doing as Vipassana? Should say 5 aggregates. And if the question is asked, what is it in 5 aggregates? You say that is dukkha. Okay. Any questions? No question. Good. So now we come to the first one. The Rupa. Right now, yesterday we looked into why am I born here? And that's what we looked. Now we are coming into the first section. Why there is a form. Why do you think there is a form? Yeah, food. Now why food? Keep on asking that. Why? Why food?
To survive.
To survive. Why should you survive? What's the need for survival?
To fulfill our basic needs.
No. If I were to ask what is your basic need? Why basic need?
Do you mean you eat to reduce pain and hunger?
Right. But why? 5 whys. Now, why do you want to exist? Exactly. That's the answer. There's a craving, bhavatanha. And bhavatanha is there because of kamatanha. Right? So, I'm having food, shelter, clothing, medicine to fulfill the existential need, which is defined by the craving. So if I don't have craving, then there is no need for existence. If there is craving, there is need for existence. So to exist, you need to have jati, birth. Otherwise, there is no existence. So to satisfy that condition, you should have rupa. That is 4 mahabhuta or elements. So now the question comes, is it my form? And the answer is yes. Do you own the form? And the answer is yes. Do you like this form? Maybe yes, maybe no. Do you want to do something about this form? And the answer is yes. Do you want to beautify this form? And the answer is yes. Anyone sitting here who will say no to it? So when there is rupa, there is always kama raga. Okay. Now this is kama raga. If I start liking it, even though it is having a weight, still I love it. Right? It's made out of material which is not part of apple. It is material which is part of nature. Nobody owns it. But yet, if I go and ask Apple, they say, we own this. And if I ask the person who has bought it, he says, it's mine. Right? Apple has sold. So the moment they sell, they lose the ownership. Now they sold the ownership rights to an individual. So from that time onwards, that property is with that individual, not with the company. So when I and Eriu went to the store on, I think, December 27th, 2024, or somewhere there, went to the store, this thing was there in their store. It did not belong to me. Right? So there's nothing. If it breaks, it doesn't work, whatever it is, consequences with whom? With the company. Even before they manufactured it in China or wherever, it was as a raw material. Even before it was a raw material, it was just a stone. So it was just stone and mud to begin with. What do you think? So this is a mental food. So now what I do, I open this up and I go and I start seeing something or the other. What a madness. And it makes sound. It's like a stone. It's a, what we can say? It's a paper holder, paperweight. Right? I can keep this much of paper, I can keep like this. It has weight. So now, if I take this iPhone to be real, what is the Vedana there? Why there is a Vedana? Because of this existence. This is existing. Bhava. So it has taken birth. When did it take birth? If I go here, then if I go to general, if I go to think about, it expires on 12/27/25. Think we bought it on 28th of December 2024. So when this was born on 28th of December. Bhava Pachay Jati, Jati Pachay Jara. Is it not becoming old by 1 year? Isn't it going to die? Am I not going to have soka, sorrow, parideva, lamentation? Why? I will tell you the reason why. If I go here and I go to general, and if I see the about, it is now showing iOS version 26.0.1. When I think we bought it, it was 17 or 16, whatever that version was. So, isn't it that by nature, this is anicca? Why? Every day it is losing its life. So if I can go here and I go to battery and then I'll go to battery. See here, it has become 199 cycle count, right? It was nothing when I started. Manufacture date, that means when this came into the womb, October 2024. When it was handed over to the parent, was December 2024. Right? You can see. And how many cycles have gone? 199. What it shows? Deterioration of battery. So in few years' time, it is going to touch 80%. Maybe 5-7 years. And then what happens? it will not come for 24 hours. It will come for 16, 14, 12 hours. By which time I and you will decide to kill this iPhone 16 Pro. No longer we have love for this. So this is Nirodha Dhamma. But for this, if there was life in this, it would have said, no, I don't want to die. But it is non-living thing. What will I and you do? We together bought this, and we together going to dispose of this. Maybe at that time it would have been iPhone 20 or 21, or even earlier than that. We might not even wait for next 7 years. In my opinion, the next time I'm in the US, I think I'm going to have a refresh of this phone. Maybe we'll buy iPhone 18 Pro. This is 128 GB. Think nowadays 128 is not much. Think we should have 512 GB or 256 GB. So we'll walk to the same Apple store from where we bought it and just hand it over to him. This poor thing, will say, please, how can you do this to me? So, okay, we're done with work. That's what death is. What do you think? See, now when we were born, we are born with registration certificate, birth registration certificate. Isn't that the same thing what we are seeing here in about? Isn't it true? See, it has a model number, right? And that model number and a serial number. Now, in my case, what's the serial number? The first name, the last name, right? Anything different? Car, you have a serial number, you have a chassis number which gets registered, and a vehicle registration number. Anything different in this Rupa? This Rupa versus this Rupa, no different. So I'm saying, please, city of birth, Hubli, year of manufacture, 1971, date of manufacture, 6th month of manufacture, November. So this article came out on 6th November 1971. How many cycles has it completed? 53 years cycles. Completed 11 months. So on 6th of November 2025, it completes 54 year cycles since existence. Right? So will this exist forever? No, will this exist forever? No. I'm sure by July when I go to US, or September when I go to US, I'm assuming I and Aryu will go to the same mall in San Francisco. We'll go with 17. Right. Yeah. Yeah, we'll bet on 18. So wherever 18 comes. So then we'll do one thing. You buy it in US, I'll buy it in Bangalore. I don't have to come to US to buy this phone. I can give an exchange. See, when I give an exchange, that bhava, tanha, takes over. I will be so happy to give this phone. And I will be very excited to welcome the new phone. That exactly happens when you have two children in your life. The first child, when it came, that was loving. After 3-4 years, you get bored of that child. So what you do? Place an order for the second child. And when that child comes, the first child is an adult. Poor guy. Now there is so much of obligation on that first child. It has to take care of the second child as a brother or as a sister or whatever that is. And the mother and father will say, don't you understand, it's your little brother, you shouldn't fight. And then the first child will say, I didn't do anything, he is doing it to me or she is doing it to me. They say that should adjust. Poor. Because the parents were bored of having only one child. So what did they do? They brought the second one. Just like having two mobile phones. When you buy the first mobile phone, you love it. But when you buy, say I have the 16 Pro and I buy 17 Pro also. With, say, 1 TB capacity. I have money, I can buy. Then what happens? My love for the second one increases. And I'm least bothered if I keep it here, if it falls down, something happens. I will call it as all part of growing up. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. It'll be very nice. Now there is a third child. I feel I need to also have an Android phone. Just as Android has a lot of features. So I have two iPhones, 16 and 17, and an Android phone. So now I have to carry 3 children. But I'm happy to parent 3 children. The first child requires charge all the time. It's a horrible, I don't know when this will go. I'm stuck with this. The second child, iPhone 17 Pro, cute one. And this Galaxy, whatever series of Samsung, it's a beauty, marvelous OLED glass and 1 TB space, and folding, 8 GB RAM, folding, and you can just talk to it. Here you have to dial, call, hey Siri, something you have to say. But there you don't have to do anything. Just
I
casually.
didn't get that. Could you try again?
So now I want somebody to talk. Hey Siri, can I talk to you?
Sure. I'm here.
Not right now. Okay. So now I want like that. And the children are unruly. These 3 phones. What do you mean? Hey Siri, what's the time now?
It's 8:58 a.m.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
See, he is ruly. He's not unruly. I would have complained to Apple that your phone is unruly. Anyway, so basically, what am I doing is I'm entertaining myself. Right? So what happens on the Vedana is I want Sukha Vedana from this guy. Right? The reason why we went to Apple store in that place is to have a Sukha Vedana. Or I and Eru didn't go for that purpose basically, but the people who were there were for that purpose. In fact, I and Eru, we went to the Apple store for the last time to buy Apple Pencil. And the amount of people they were standing before the opening of the store was really overwhelming. And in Bangalore, when they opened the store, there was roughly 1 kilometer line to enter into the store. Have you seen any crazy, more crazy than this? That's what is existence. So this is Rupa. So when the Rupa arises, it arises with expiry date. Meaning landed departure unknown, but it's going to depart. When? Every day. So presently, this product has completed how many cycles? 53 years, 11 months cycle. Today is 14th of October. 14 plus 15 is 31. So 15 plus another 6, another 5. So 20 days. That is 53 years, 11 months, and 11 days has been completed. Will it come back? Can this phone, if I go here, go to the battery, go to the battery health, can I change this manufacturing date, birthday? What to do? It's registered. Okay, superb. So now with this number of cycles completed, It's an irreversible process, and hence it is anicca. Yes, it arose and it's passed away as day, 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 1 year, so 53 years, 11 months, 11 days, gone. So now we can see four dhamma: Kaya dhamma, Vaya dhamma, Viraga dhamma, Nirodha dhamma. Nothing can be done. When I left my house at 5 a.m. this morning, it was the last time I saw the home for today. When I sat into the train, that was the last time I saw the train for today. When I started walking to the office, that's the last time I saw station for today. When I entered into the office, that was the last time I saw the gate for today. And when I entered to my seat, that was the last time I saw the reception area for today. You might say, what do you mean? You'll be again seeing it. But for that moment, I landed at 6:05 into the office. Can I repeat it? Can I get it back? Reverse it? Isn't that dukkha? You can't get back. And what I can't get back, it's anatta. So I have seen anicca, I have seen dukkha, seen anatta, all the three. That means if there is a jati, the jara is going to be attached to it. Now I'm doing Vipassana with samatha. Samatha being very strong. Vipassana is natural. So which jhana are you in, Vilas? 4. That's my platform. As I'm speaking to you with that, showing all of that, is on 4 jhana. It's upekha, not adukka sukha vedana. It's upekha. Now the question comes, what is upekha? Like what we spoke on the other day, on that sutta, Sanyukta Nikaya 48.4 and 3.8. Upekha is anicca. Am I attached to anything there? No. Why? Because I'm seeing it passing away. So will I get back my home again? Will I see my wife again, whom I saw in the morning? Will I see the bathroom again? Will I see my bedroom again? Will I see the road again? No. So the cycle is gone. And the cycle is samsara. So if I open this up and ask how much samsara has gone in this, it is showing 199 samsara has gone. Right? From the time it was there on the shelf of Apple. He died there to be born here. So the question is asked, is that the same iPhone? No. Is it a different iPhone? No. Is it neither the same nor different? No. Why? If it is same, it becomes absolute. If it is not, then again become absolute. If it is neither nor, then it becomes absolute. So, why it is not absolute? Because it passed away from there to be arising here. And when Apple gets back this phone, whenever I and Eru decide to change on the same date. 1 second. Hello? I'll go to third floor hogi. Third floor hogi. ಇದನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಲ್ಲ ಯಾರು ಬರಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಆಫೀಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ನೀವೇ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಪ್ರಿಂಟರ್ ಇರೋದು. ಹೌದು, ಬ್ರದರು ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಮಗನೂ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಪೇಮೆಂಟು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಬ್ರದರ್ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಫ್ಲೋರ್. ಓಕೆ. So when it passes from here to here, it loses its identity. So when we sell or when we give back to Apple, they don't get back what they had. They get something which is going to be put in ICU and then declare dead, because they are going to remove all the things from here and reuse it. So when the person dies, the body then goes back to the mineral. If you burn it, it becomes carbon, which is organic chemistry. Organic chemistry means with carbon. Inorganic chemistry means without all other elements minusing carbon. So this body is organic. And it is chemistry, chemical combinations. It doesn't belong to me. And if I were to burn this fossil fuel, it becomes carbon. Right? No difference. So can I do this Vipassana? You can do it 24/7. The prerequisite here is to be on fourth jhana. That's the only difference between Buddha's teaching and others. That when we say anariya, they are not doing Vipassana. They are not investigating. But when I am on the fourth jhana, I'm investigating. So how many cycles over Vilas? 53 years, 11 months and 11 days cycle is over. That means the battery is deteriorating. In the same way, the body and mind has deteriorated for 53 years, 11 months and 11 days. Then the question comes, can it end? And can it end? When can this end? Generally, the life of this is 10 years, but people use it for 7 years. In the same way, generally, human life is 100 years. 1 minute. हाँ सर ಹೇಳಿ ಹೌದು ಸ್ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಓಕೆ So in human it is 100 years, but people usually live for 60 to 100. Same thing, right? Exactly the same. The battery, this phone works for 10 years, but generally people use for 7 years. The same way. Yes.
And this phone may get a remarriage at the age of, 3 or 5, just like a human is, get remarried.
Yeah. It depends on the interest. So, you might go for a 17 Pro soon, or 18, or whatever that is. But do let me know whenever you are due for refresh. One thing about me and Dario, we are taking things exactly the same time and giving it off exactly the same time. Because this phone belongs to Dario. Yep, same one. Everything is same. Ditto. Okay. Now, if I can do this Vipassana for a good period of time. Good period means half a day. It cuts off the kama loka. Right? It's no more in kama. The fourth jhana. So I've escaped Mara. From first jhana onwards itself, there is no Mara. But on the fourth jhana, you have escaped completely. So would you be born again into the womb existence? And the answer is no. So I need to only remember 53 years, 11 months, 11 days, cycles completed. Tomorrow it will be 12, 13, 14, 15, like that, and then 31. Then what happens? 540000. The counter becomes 540001. And by the time when I go to Australia, it will be 54 years 00 and 28. No, 22 days. Then when I meet Aryu, it will be 54 years 02 or 01, and those many number of days. So many cycles have got over. So when I met Aryu, it was 5301 and 18, not 16. 5301 16. When I'm going to meet Aryu again, it will be 54:01 and 24. Now the question comes, is Aryu seeing same Vilas? No. Is he seeing a different Vilas? No. Neither he is seeing same Vilas or seeing different Vilas, and the answer is no. What he is seeing is just the cycles. Then what about mind? That has no death. And that's the reason Buddha says in Asuttava Sutta, if somebody were to have this, could see the body is going away, he could have understood something. But this mind called as Chitta, Mano, Vijnana is treated eternal. Why? I will say, Aryu, we met. Yeah, Aryu will say, yeah, we met. Now we also have quest 3, I and Aryu, meta quest 3. And I can ask, or he can come to my home virtually. I can go to his home virtually. But then, is it true? Yes, it is true we are meeting, so and hence it is nature. It's eternal. But when I see the cycles, it's anicca. And it's irreversible. Meaning 53 years, 0, 1, 16 can never be got back. Because I landed on 22nd of December 2024 in San Francisco airport when I met Aryu and Chirag. When I meet both of them in the airport of Brisbane, they are not the same. And neither I am the same. So can I then work out on the mind than on the body? That is why Buddha says, Mano pubbangama dhamma, mano settha manomaya. Because what needs to be repaired is not the body. What needs to be repaired is the mind. And hence, I should stop working out on sensations and start working on feelings. Because feeling is mental. There's physical feeling also. But you don't have to worry about the physical feeling. You have to only worry about the mental feeling. But if I believe in sensation, I'm always in physical. So then I have to go through Asuttava Sutta to rehearse. How should I let go of physical and work out on mental? So when we meet tomorrow, we are going to look at Vedana. Today we took Rupa. Now we are not going to do Rupa again. You should remember what is Rupa. And you are going to cross over meaning you are going to transcend by removing Mara in the Rupa. The gross physical form. This food Rupa, this Rupa in particular. And as explained in Nivapa Sutta, we are going to practice the 4 jhanas to come out of Mara. Otherwise, sensations per se is Mara's domain. So if I stick on to the Mara domain, I will be in Mara domain forever. What does that mean? I will be either a Sotapanna or a Sakadagami. Cannot reach higher. Whereas my goal being Anagami or Arhat, these lower attainments are good, but they are not the end points. So I believe that we all can try to get into Anagami. I'm not worried about whether you're Sotapanna or not, you are. That's not a question. Are you a Sakadagami? And the answer is no. Except for Kalyan. Are you an Anagami? Ravindra and Shenial minusing nobody. Is anyone Arhat, including this person? No. So that means, did I cross over the samsara? Answer is no. But did I cross over the womb existence? And the answer is yes. Can I be on 4 jhana forever? Yes, absolutely. Beyond doubt. So what is my landing point today? 4 jhana. Yes, Veena.
That means after Anagami, you will be always in jhanas, like
Yes.
first 8 jhanas only you will be traveling, so that you will not come to Mara's catch.
No. I will not be in the sensual realm. Nothing to do with jhanas. To come out of Mara, you should be in jhana. To do Vipassana, you should be in jhana. I also spoke about what is Vipassana in the Buddha Dhamma. It's only 5 aggregates. If I don't know the khandhas, I have not understood Buddha Dhamma. That's it. Why? Define dukkha. What is dukkha? Veena, I'm asking you only and you are on mute.
Attachment to 5 aggregates.
Correct. There can't be any other explanation of dukkha except for 5 aggregates. If somebody gives something, 5 aggregates. Sensations, Smara domain. So if I'm going to be stuck with Mara, I can be better be with sensation. Now what about mind illuminated, Mara domain? Why is that? Because there is no Vipassana. Then you mean to say the mind illumination shouldn't be practiced? You should. Does that mean we shouldn't be practicing Goenka technique? You should. That's a tool, starting tool. You should. Then give up. Because that ends there. That's it. No point in doing the same thing. Now come to Buddha Dhamma. Just like somebody joins as an apprentice in an organization or as an intern, can that person remain as an intern forever, doing the same job? No. He was taken as an intern because he didn't know anything, so they give him training. The initial training is the foundation. So in the same way, Goenka technique is a foundation. It's fair, absolutely good one. Whether I do a 10-day one or a 20 or a 30, 45, 60, whatever it is still a foundational course, which is very important. There can't be any other. You should do it. But it's Mara domain. So first I need to be in the Mara domain to come out of the Mara domain. Nivapa Sutta gives that very nice explanation. How you should be in Mara domain and come out of Mara domain. So we should. To understand Mara, you should be with Mara. Right? To understand someone, I need to be with someone. Like I need to understand Bobby means I need to be with Bobby. I can't do it without being with Bobby. Should be with Bobby. And then understand Bobby. In the same way, I need to be with Ariyu to understand Ariyu. Or like with Kalyana, or with Ashwin, or with Ravindra, or with whoever. So when I come to Australia, I have to be with Shaniel to understand Shaniel and then grow from there. That's how it works. So to understand Mara, I should be with Mara and then come out of Mara. Like that. So first I started with Mara. What is Mara here is that six senses are Mara. So to start with that. There's no other way. I have six senses. So I have to understand six senses. Being with the six senses, I have to understand the six senses. And then stop grasping of aggregates. Because the six senses are parts of aggregates only. So I need to come out of grasping of aggregates. Now I am in the Mara's domain. But let go of the Mara domain means I am in the fourth jhana. And hence, I can be reborn in any of the five realms for Anagami. Why is that? Because the consciousness takes arupa or rupa as its food. Not this gross physical matter. It takes a subtle one. So, there's no coming back. I ended the Mara domain. Now, what is this Vipassana I just now did is outside Mara domain. And what is Vipassana of inside Mara domain? Body sensations. This is good. It takes you to Sotapanna. Absolutely required. But doesn't take you beyond that. So it's good. So we have to choose what we want. So we have to set a goal, a target, and work towards it. Okay, that's all I think for today, unless you have any questions. All good? So how many cycles over? Bobby, you can look at your cycles of existence. Manufactured date. Now we are waiting for expiry date. Now when there is an expiry date, the question comes where it will go. So 3 questions, like I said yesterday. Why? What? And where? If you are Sotapanna, you are in Mara domain. If you are Sakadagami, you are still in Mara domain. And Anagami, you are out of Mara domain. So better be out of Mara domain. Okay, so let's see, Bobby, when we meet in Shaniel's home, can we transform you to be an Anagami? You have 1 full month. Let's see what happens. The Bobby remains as a whatever, or he still has doubt. I'm still not a Sotapanna Vilas. How can you say I'm going to be Anagami? Okay, be in Mara County. Let's see whether we can remove your doubt. I don't think so. You should now have doubt. You have doubt, Bobby? He's on mute. I don't know what is he trying to do. I'm trying to ask him. He's just smiling or laughing.
I think Ari is going to answer for me something. Ari is shaking hands, raising his hand.
No, he's not answering for you. Yes, sir, you go ahead.
No, I was thinking maybe Bobby will become Arhat, still having doubt of whether he's Arhat.
Yeah, maybe that might be the question, Aryu. I didn't think in that way. Bobby is not interested in knowing will I become Anagami or not. He is interested in
See, Ari understood.
Yes. I misunderstood you, Bobby, that even though I stayed with you for almost a month, I couldn't understand you.
Yeah. See,
My bad.
Why we have to compromise for all these things? We will take the highest one.
Oh,
Doesn't matter whether you are a Sotapanna or other things. See, why I was saying, it is definitely instead of classifying as Sotapanna, Sakadagami, all these things, I just want to come out of my craving. So I think both are the same.
Without the road marker, without the milestone, nobody can do it.
No, road mark, as far as I understood from you and the suttas, I'm following it. But definitely, the craving is end of craving is the goal, right?
For that reason only, you should know where you have reached. Otherwise, it
He is thinking that it will become a blockage, so he don't want to accept as Sotapanna. After Anagami only, he want to accept I have crossed Sotapanna like that.
After Arhat only, he will say that, that is not possible. As a Neyya, I can give a benefit of doubt to you, Bobby, if you are a Vipachitanya. And none of us are Ugatitanya, first category. If you go and tell them, you should know Sotapanna, Sakadagami, throw it out because it's Sekka. I'm not in a training. Just like, car. When Annabelle was riding the car, you put 2L in the front, one in the back. That is what we are, Bobby. Unfortunately. You have to put L everywhere on the car, not only on the two sides. Every side. In fact, the entire car is filled with L. We are of that category. So the maximum we can do is to remove the L. As and when we learn new things, we can remove one L, the second L, and the third L, like that, and empty the car of L. But imagining that you don't have to know from the beginning to the end is dangerous. It's a delusion, basically. Because we are not Ugatitanyu for sure, Bobby. They were there only at the time of the Buddha. Vipachitanyu were there after the Buddha passing. And after that, we have some junk people called as Neya. And after that, literal dust is Padaparma. And after that, Putujan. So, be a guiding lamp onto yourself, Bobby, but don't be under delusion that you don't require mile marker. It's a horrible delusion to have.
No, I see. I didn't say that, I don't need definitely all this Eightfold Noble Path is a gradual training.
No. This Atta Purisa Puggala, you need to have, Bobby, otherwise it's not possible.
That we can keep in the mind also, right? So many things. We don't have to
Doesn't
openly.
work, Bobby.
We can discuss
Again.
with the teacher or.
No,
maybe.
the Vipachitanyu people can take it in the mind. Ugatitanyu people know it. They don't require any training. They just meet the Buddha. Hey, how are you doing? And then Buddha gives some, hey guys, do this. Yes, sir, done.
No, I mean, we can discuss that with the teacher also, right? We don't have to say that with so
You
many.
don't have to say it. No.
Yeah.
That I'm not saying.
Yeah.
That I'm not saying. I'm saying you should know whether you say to the teacher, you don't say to the teacher. But you should know that you are that. It doesn't matter whether others should know or they shouldn't know. That is personal choice.
Yeah. So
That I agree. But if somebody asks me, Bobby, that are you an anagami, then I can say, no, my end goal is arhat. Bullshit. I should say.
No, that I was just joking, just Ari was saying something and I just some humor, but it is not. It is not the end goal or anything. Yeah, I definitely. Now I understand from started practicing Dhamma. So much of my defilement is gone. That is for sure. I can see that. But all these things, maybe I will discuss with a teacher, like when the right time comes or something. That's what I meant. Yeah.
That's your personal choice. But if somebody asks you, and it's there in Sutta also, if somebody asks, you should affirmatively say. Right? Chabbisodana Sutta, MN 112. Let's go through it.
MN 112?
2. He talks about Arhat itself. Forget about anybody else.
No, because what I remember, 1-1?
2.
Yeah, what I remember is, this Arahant and Anagamis, they declare, but all the lower ones, I don't know whether they declare by themselves.
Why? I have sent you so many suttas, Bobby. Where by the 25.10 to 1 to 25.10, in all those sutta he says Sotapanna.
No. I mean, he says so all these things, but individually, is somebody declare that I'm a Sotapanna or I'm a Sakita?
No, you don't have to declare voluntarily. If somebody asks you, you can't say, hey, that is not required. That dramatization is not required. It's just like somebody has asked you, you pass your 10th grade and I can't say, you know what, my goal is...
Vilashi, let me ask you, if somebody asks, I should also think that whether it is beneficial to everyone, right? Because Buddha says that if somebody, just random person or anybody asks you, that how that person will take it in what way? Sorry?
In some cases, you should study like this, Bobby.
Yes.
Is he asking you just to be cynical about it? Then you don't have to answer.
Yeah. So I don't know that person. How I know others' mind?
No, you can. From his question, you can. And then if he is asking you just to ridicule you, then you don't have to. If he's asking you just for curiosity's sake, like what Ari would use the word, I'm just curious. No. Don't have to say.
Yeah.
But if you come across a person and you can see that he is putting effort and it's going to benefit him.
Yes.
If he asks you that I don't know whether I have a right Kalyan Mitra or not, he's struggling, and then you can say, you can relax because I am a Sotapanna.
Yeah. See, I totally agree. If I come across a person and if I'm convinced that, this person needs a friend who is, looking to walk in this path, I will tell my entire story to that person. That I will go all the way to help. Yeah.
That is fair. That doesn't mean that we have to advertise. That I agree.
Yeah. That is the only thing I'm saying.
No, we don't have to advertise. We don't have to means we don't have to at all. Right? Because it makes no sense.
Yeah.
It's like I'm advertising, I'm a 10th grader.
Yeah. What is the use?
What's the use? If genuinely somebody in the 7th grade or the 8th grade would like to know how it is going to be in 10th grade, yes, I don't.
Yeah, and that sincerity and the intention of that person who is asking, it will take some time to know it.
Yes.
So
to cut things short, I can say if somebody says, I'm curious to know about your status, you can just say, I'm just following Buddha Dhamma.
Yeah, that's what I usually do. I'm practicing meditation for a long time. I got a lot of benefit. A lot of my defilements are gone. I'm a very changed person. So he should get a clue from it, and I think my craving is reduced a lot. And then my anger is gone. And all these things I'll say. But I'll if he can pick on that, let him pick on.
Yeah, otherwise it is his problem. You don't have to say anything. Absolutely. I'm with you on this front.
Yes.
I
think always I talk to you also, and I think I talk to anybody in that line. This Dhamma has changed my life, and it has, a lot of my craving is gone, a lot of my anger is gone. So if somebody, I don't know, that is
Yeah, that's sufficient. That's sufficient. You don't have to say I'm a Sotapanna and get into controversial questions. So cynical people, ridiculing people, just curious kind of people don't have to share at all. Even I don't have to share that I am doing Buddha Dhamma. Makes no sense. Because with cynical people, there's no point in talking at all. Just be normal.
And also, Vilashi, like when we are in a group, like many people are there, how we know that everybody is taking it the same way? So that
why?
Also,
from their way of expression on the face, if you can study
what I mean, in everybody is very difficult to judge, right? Okay, 1-to-1, it takes time, but if it is a group of people, there are 20 people are there, 50 people.
You can remain silent. I agree. Yeah. It's not easy, but when asked, when that person persists and he says that I need this for so and so purpose, then if you are convinced about his purpose and his dedication, etc., then you can say, yes, this is what
No,
I
like in that case, if he is asking in a group, I'll tell him, we can talk privately and we can discuss and understand his intentions and everything.
Yes, absolutely fine. Agreeable.
Thank you.
But you should know you have reached. You can't be piggy banking on somebody else. That's what I meant. Whether you say to somebody or not is secondary. So don't piggy bank on somebody. Be onto the light to yourself. Yes, May, you had raised your hand. I don't know what happened to the hand, but I knew you have raised.
No, sorry. I just didn't understand whether I Ugati something rather, but and I didn't know what the difference was with that person and how he or she could understand the instructions quickly from the Buddha compared to other people.
So I will just tell you, like Asaji met Upatissa, or Upatissa met Asaji, and he asked this question. Your eyes are very bright, your skin is very bright, who is your teacher? And that Asaji didn't say anything that I'm an arhat, I'm this, I'm that. He just said, my teacher teaches this. He just said, my teacher says, for everything there is a root cause, and I know the cause for every result. That made him realize something different. Because who became Sariputta and Moggallana, Kolita and Upatissa, they were on this for a long time with Sanjay Belatiputta. So they had developed insights. So when they met the Buddha, they were either Vipachitanyu, that means some elaboration, or Ugatitanyu, which requires no elaboration. So when Upatissa, Asaji, explained him Yam Kinchi Samudaya Dhammam Sabbam Tam Nirodha Dhammam, that made Sariputta enlightened with Sotapanna. That's all what he was required. Because Hetu Pabhava, Hetu means cause, Pabhava means a result. So if this is there, this is a result. Simple.
It's just that they've got a lot of paramis. That's what the difference
Now
is.
we are hooked onto parami. There's nothing to do with parami. And if somebody says parami, you ask him which of the 10 paramis are you talking about?
A lot.
Which one? So we start with Dana parami, Sila parami, like that. Which one? There's nothing in Buddha Dhamma called as paramis, which we generally use it. Oh, you don't have parami. I should ask, which one are you talking about in specific? Be specific to me. Which one you think I'm lacking? That person would be stumped. He won't even know what to answer next. It's a para. It's from this shore to that shore. In the 10 steps, you go from this shore to that shore. It's got nothing to do with parami as some divine intervention or something like that. We have made it more like a divine intervention. It's paramita.
Thank
Anyway,
you.
Yeah, sure. So, that is Ugati Tanyu. Ugata means one who can quick getter. Vipacha means one who requires elaboration. Neya means one who is an idiot. And Padaparma means one who cannot be repaired. You got the point. And Buddha says this can be termed in these following ways. Dhanda bhinya. Neyas are all dhanda bhinya. You have to put a lot of effort. Constipated people. Real in pain. Then Padaparma, they don't know where to shit. So he doesn't even consider them. Then Vipachitanyu is Kippa Bhinya. Kippa means fast. Sukha. They will always be on Sukha. They don't have Dukkha. Constipated people are Neya. They don't understand. They misunderstand what they understand. And they thoroughly misunderstand and make people misunderstand on whatever they understand. So then they are in Dukkha cycle. Okay. And they are far in number. Whereas Vipachitanyu is smaller in number. Ugatitanyu is what Buddha calls, I mean, the Mahabrahma came and asked some little bit of sand, those kind of people. We are all idiots. But good idiots and bad idiots are the question. It got nothing to do with parami. Being in the Buddha Dhamma itself, you have met the condition of parami.
Thank you.
Yes, Bobby.
So Vilas, in one lifetime, if somebody be transformed to a Neya to a Vipachi?
Padaparma to Neya?
Yeah, Padaparma to Neya or Neya to Vipachi?
No. Padaparma to Neya in one lifetime. And they can't be anything like from Neya to Ugatitanyu or Vipachitanyu. Without Buddha, it is not possible.
So maximum is Padaparma to Neya.
Yes, sir. So we all are Neya. If we are getting 5 aggregates, we know this, we know that. Very good, sir. You are excellent. Or if you're just sitting like this, day passes away, and the next day the person asks the same exact question he has asked yesterday. Then you can consider, oh, I'm talking to a Padaparma. May he get or she get next birth Neya. Then he again sits like this, fully perplexed. More perplexed than yesterday? No, same perplexity exists forever. But very dedicated person. They'll do dana, they'll do this, they'll do that. In this life, that is all what is possible. And by the end of their, before death, they will transform to Neya and born. In the next life, they are starting their account with Neya. So they get Dhamma quickly.
So Padaparma is not this people who doesn't come in contact with Dhamma, right?
No. They come in contact with Dhamma, but they can't understand.
They don't understand. Okay. Yeah. So they are still inside the.
See, I do my best to learn Malayalam, Bobby, but what to do? My Malayalam is so bad, even the Malayalis run away from me. That is Padaparma. They say, Vilas, tell me one thing. What will you take to stop talking in Malayalam? Please.
Yeah.
Then I'll say, please understand. You love Malayalam. I appreciate. Okay, please don't open your mouth with Malayalam. Please, sir. No, I'm telling you, sir, please. So that is what Padaparma is.
Yeah. It's a very good example. Yeah. So, but they're still they're taking the effort, but they can't get it. Yeah.
So in our group, there are many of them. I don't tell them you're a Padaparma, otherwise they're going to commit suicide. So I don't tell them.
But is it a mistake? Because you always say everybody is a Sotapanna and all, right? Then how they can be a Padaparma?
If they give me a call, I'll tell them. Now she's saying, nice to see you, more animated, Vilasji.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, Aryu, I need to rush. There's a lady waiting outside the room. Yeah, go ahead. Maybe you still have
Okay,
two
yeah,
more
just
minutes.
one sentence probably. I mean, one quickly. On parami. I mean, it's a sequential, right? So if someone asks,
Yes.
where am I lacking in the steps? Is it the dana is not there, sila is not there, nekama is not there? You can pinpoint, that would be good. But you cannot
Yes.
just say, you don't have. That would be a...
Exactly. So the question need to be asked to Bhante or to anyone who uses this word. You don't have sufficient parami. I don't think so. I have paramis. So ask question. Excuse me. Can you tell me which one? That's it. It's gone. Bulb. Anyway,
But
good day.
if he can answer, it'll be a nice thing. Tell you exactly
Yes,
what you're
he
lacking.
can answer because he has understood you. Anyway, good day. See you tomorrow.
Yeah. Thank you, Vilasji.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.